Hi friends, Shalon Day with Bible Journaling Ministries. Thank you for joining me. I will be walking you through how I am creating this entry into my art journal. I will be journaling Luke chapter 17 verses 5 and 6 using our new digital stamp this month, Faith Like a Mustard Seed. I will be using alcohol markers, gel pens, and some sticky gemstones as well as stickles. So if you're ready, let's get started. So this month's digital stamp is this beautiful image, and it is entitled Faith Like a Mustard Seed. I have printed mine out on vellum, and I'm going to use, to begin, I'm going to use my shuttle art alcohol markers. And what I like to do is just turn my image over, because it's vellum, I can see through it, and I will use my alcohol markers to color in my image. My plan, and this may change as we go, but I pulled out just some gemstones, sticky gemstones that I have in my stash to add to the actual little seeds in her hair, and that is how I'm going to bling it. I'm going to put her in my art journal, and I will probably add some bling kind of around her, but kind of a simple technique video at this point. I won't take you all the way through as I color, because you know how to color, but I am going to use these alcohol markers, and I want to show you. So I have 50 of the shuttle art, and they come in this pouch, and it does come with one blender, but I'm just going to use the fine tip on some of the images, or some of the image, and the broad tip on others. So I'll start with the broad tip for her skin. I'm using the pastel peach. It's number 26 with the shuttle art, and I'll just start here, and I'm just going to color. And again, I'm doing the back side. You could do the front side if you wanted to. I just prefer this method with my alcohol markers, and I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. So I'm using the broad because the skin is a larger area. I like to do this side because then my ink on the other side does not reactivate. So if you notice on the tip, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I've used these on the front side, and it's picked up some of the black ink. So I like to just turn it over and use this side, so then I don't have that issue. So let me get this little area done, and then I will turn it over and show you. Now with my alcohol markers, I can kind of layer the color. So let me just show you on the other side. And it's a softer color. Just like to use alcohol markers as a medium on my vellum. So I will get all of her colored, and then come back, and we will put her in my art journal, and around her in my art journal I will write the verse Luke 17:6. So I'll get her all colored and cut out just to save you some time and we'll come back and we will make our entry blingy using gemstones. I might even use I have some sequins here as well, some star sequins. I might use those around her. I don't know yet, but I'll get her colored and we will come back together and make her glittery and blingy. So I have my image all colored. I used lots and lots of different colors of my alcohol markers, as well as just a little bit of Stickles, Unicorn was the name, on her nails, just to add a little bit of bling and color to her nails. I've let that dry, and I did not color in any of the random mustard seeds on the image. I did color in the scooper with that, with the alcohol markers. So love the alcohol markers, and you're able to really kind of layer. So I layered where her braid is to make that a little darker. I don't know if you can tell the difference. And then did some streaks a little darker in her hair. I love the way she turned out. Now I am going to, I have my phone sitting here. I'm going to use Luke chapter 17 verses 5 and 6. So in verse 5, the apostle said to the Lord, "Increase our faith." Verse 6, the Lord said, "If you had faith like a grain of mustard seed, you would tell this sycamore tree, 'Be uprooted and be planted in the sea,' and it would obey you." So I'm actually going to use both of those verses. So Luke 17, 5 and 6. I'm going to attach a rough cut around her. I didn't go into detail because she's see-through, and once she's laid down, you won't be able to see that. But I'm just going to use a glue stick, an Elmer's School glue stick. I'm going to turn her over and just cover her. Let's make sure my stickles, yes, okay. So I did all of my coloring. Oh no, I tore her on the back side. And then turned her over. You could use glue. You could use glue dots. I just am choosing to use a glue stick because it's quicker, less messy. And like I said, I did tear her just a little bit. No big deal. I'm kind of smooshing my glue stick as I go, just so that I don't tear her again. And it will dry clear. So I'm just going to center her on my page. Like that. And I decided I wanted to use glitter gel pens to write out my verses. Just going to smoosh her down a little better. And again, goes on purple, my glue stick does, but then dries clear, so I'm not too worried about this right here. But first, I want to use, I got these at the Dollar Tree in their arts and crafts, and I'm going to use the small little kind of orangey yellow circles. These are stickers. They're just Starburst gem stickers. But that is what I'm going to use for my falling mustard seeds throughout her hair. And I hope I have enough. And I might have to use my tweezers so let's just start here. I think I am going to grab my tweezers just to give me a little more control. And there's orange and yellow. So I'm going to use both. And like I said, I hope I have enough. Let's move you back there. Okay. And that seemed to have come up together. Pull that. Teardrop. Put it back on here. Can use it somewhere else later. And all of these may be like that. I don't know. That first one came up all by itself, and these I'm having to kind of pull. Because they seem to be attached. But not difficult. And again, I hope I have enough of these. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. Just trying to find well, that one was not very easy. So that is all that I have of the orange and yellow little gemstones just on this one sheet. So I'm going to add these. This says finishing accents. I think I got these at a yard sale in a big box of craft supplies. So I hope that they are sticky on the back side. And if they're not, even though they're square, they are. Okay. That'll just add a little dimension. There are some small ones and there are some large ones. And that is okay. Just to add some fun. Let's use, okay, so small, and then we have these medium ones. Let's just add those medium ones where there may be several of the little seeds all together. Again, just adding these gemstones where the little seeds are. Ooh. Let's do just one large one, kind of down here. Okay. I'm going to set these to the side, put my tweezers up. Now, these little gemstone stickers I just have on hand. If you don't have them, feel free to use maybe a glitter pen, or if you have stickles, you could add, let me just, so let's just add some stickles just to show you. This is sandstone, and I will just dot all of these other little mustard seed openings here. So you could use all kinds of different things that you probably have on hand for adding some glitter, adding some bling. Again, make it uniquely yours. As I was coloring and preparing, I had my worship music going and was just kind of in the moment with the Lord. One thing I do love about these digital stamps is it really gives me time to just turn my praise and worship music on, be in prayer. Just grabbed 3 different glitter gel pens. It's like a black or grayish, and then a dark orange, and then a pink. Tried to grab some of the colors that I have used in my image. I want to be sure not to put my hand in where I just put down my stickles for those other mustard seeds. Let's go around her. And we'll start here. I don't have anything here, so I can lay my hand down. And I will put 5 in parentheses. The apostles. Said to the Lord, and then in quotations I think I'll change colors, and instead of cursive I will print it. increase our faith. And then move on to 6. And the Lord said. And I will use this one. Look what I did. Got my hand in the stickles. Just barely right there. Okay. Fixed. It's going to be a little awkward here. If you had, and I am going to write this in, just print it in all caps, because the name of our digital stamp is Faith Like a Mustard Seed. Now I'm using the World English Bible version, and it says, the Lord said, if you had faith like a grain of mustard seed. So I'm going to write faith like a grain of mustard seed, just printed in all caps, because that's the name of our digital stamp. That's the title of it. So then that stands out. Faith like a mustard seed. Oh, I forgot grain. That's okay. Faith like a mustard seed, comma, and then I'm going to go back to just my cursive. You would tell okay, so this is a little tricky. Uprooted and be planted in okay. So I have my verses all the way around. Let's write Luke 17, 5 and 6, World English Bible, and I'm just going to write on here October 2025 digital stamp. Faith like a mustard seed. I was gonna add some more around her, but I really just don't want to take away from the image and my focus verses that I wrote around her. I am pleased. You could add some more glitter if you wanted to add some more stickles, if you wanted to maybe do some stickles in the flowers or glitter. You could always use just dots of glue. Now I will say that because vellum is slick, it's a slicker medium, right? It's smoother than paper. If you did glue and then dropped some glitter, you might have to just give it some time to set up before you moved the glitter off of your page. Just a side note. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I can't wait to see your digital stamps and how you blinged them in the beginners community on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, click that subscribe button and bell for notifications. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. We love to hear from you. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. Have a great day. Goodbye.